One Step Ahead, episode 8 with Adam and Kay. Enjoy the podcast.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, not Monday, different show. Tuesday. Welcome on into One Step Ahead. As you guys all know out there, the market is nuts. So we're gonna go ahead and break down some stuff. What has been going down all through Blitz? What we expect to happen this coming week. Team builders today were an absolute moneymaker. Hopefully you guys are prepped up for that and ready to go. But we have a lot to get into. So let's go ahead and break down the panel real quick. You guys know him, as always, Mr. Up and Adam. Sir, how are we?
Great, tired, but now kind of got like that second win, taught all day, and now I got home and I'm selling all my team builders, and I feel kind of sketchy for taking advantage of the people who are buying these cards right now, because I'm pretty sure I was building these 88 team builders for like 15,000 over Blitz. So yeah, that's how I feel right now. I feel a little bit gross.
Yeah, in a good way. I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mr. Joe, sir, how are we?
Excited. I think excited is the word for Zero Chill. Yeah, I've been kind of like in a rut, I'd say, motivation wise with Madden like the past few weeks, and Zero Chill hopefully is going to rejuvenate me just for content reasons and for Madden reasons in general. I'm excited for the podcast today.
Good. Yeah, me too. I've been slightly reinvigorated with my new run only scheme, and just been demolishing guys in head to head. And God, I feel like such a jerk about it, but at the same time, I don't care and I love it. Especially if you come out and spinner and just cover 4 and that's all you like to run. I'm like, I'm just gonna run literally right at you and I'm gonna win. So it's fun. I had to change my role a little bit here. Let's start off. Where do we want to start today? Let's start with team builders first before we go into anything too wild. So team builders, a little bit of surprise this week. I know we thought that it would come out last week. They delayed it out to this week. Not delayed it, but it came out this week instead. I know we in the room were prepping for this during Blitz. Tell me how you guys shook out.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll start real quick. I'm just doing it now, so I think I would have made more if I was around during the day. I think I could have made more. I was selling some of my 82s and 84s throughout the day, like on the app, for like 8 to 10,000 coins each, which was huge because I was buying 82s for like 1.5, 2,000 maybe tops, and then 84s like under 5 actually. So definitely made a lot of profit doing that. And now just building the 92 team affinities, and I've already sold off I think 6 92s. And I still have like probably another 2 or 3 to build. So should give me a nice chunk of change. I honestly don't even know how much profit that is, but definitely doubled up, maybe tripled up. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, good. Joe, how'd you make out today?
Well, we had a good day. Team builders was one of my main investments throughout Blitz weekend. It was I feel like a lot of people were a little, I don't want to say like off on the odd, but like I was like, I don't want to give myself like own credit, but it was always even numbers. 82s, 84s, and 86s were my investments. It seems this year you gotta follow the exchange packs with how they do that. But I mean, I ended up only spending. I had to buy like extra 82s because I was a little bit short on those, but I had over a ton of 84s. I think I ran the numbers. I was able to complete 86.
Oh my God.
88 team builders, and I only spent today 500K. The rest of them, I mean, the 82s I bought for an average probably of like low 2s, and 84s I bought for an average of low 4s. I in terms of profit, somewhere close to 3 mil, like 2.5 to 3 mil total. I was on the more than that. Like Adam said, it was a lot. I guess you could say I got extra. I was able to sell the 92 guys, and it wasn't efficient. It was an efficient process because the 92s were actually making a little bit extra rather than selling the 88s, and they were selling faster. Selling the 92s for 450, 465, 470, and just made a ton. Honestly, I was shocked they dropped it like this week. I would have thought last week would have made a lot more sense, but it worked out for the best.
Right.
I'm glad it happened before Zero Chill. I'm glad we were able to clear
perfect.
Up.
It's perfect. You got to clear out your binder, and I think it's going to make the rerolls for Zero Chill more just better in general, because if there are low overall, well, there are going to be low overalls, but I mean, you're going to be able to use 82s, 84s, potentially even 80s, you could say, because I did use my 80s to build 82s. But it just like how stocking stuffers last year was really good for the Zero Chill promo, because you could have used like the lower overalls to build the stocking stuffers. it's really good that team builders have dropped right when Zero Chill's dropping, because if there are 82s and 84s in the Zero Chill role, it will just be something to use the lower overalls with, and be able to make some coins back from those rolls. It'll be really good.
Right. Yeah. I think I'm a fan of the timing, to be honest. I only ended up making 31 88s. When they're all said and done, they're almost all done selling now. I think I have 2 cards left that are still on the block. But it's right around 2 million profit after tax. Which isn't bad for getting on late in the night, right? I didn't even start until 5 o'clock. So still to turn 5 or 2 mil out of essentially pack trash, right? Same thing. Cards that there were some 82s that I know I bought for 750 coins, right? Like I was just flipping around like, oh, okay, I guess I'll take that because that's free basically. And we knew team builders would come out eventually, right? There's no way it was a one and done program. We knew that we had 3 more tokens to get, right? So we were kind of prepping this out. It shook out exactly how we thought, right? We kind of figured an AFC and an NFC championship would give you a token. After the Super Bowl, I probably see one more like champion guy that'll come out that'll give you another one. It could be the diamond, right? It could be the diamond master gives you diamond 2 master gives you the last token.
And the thing is, like that, I think that is what carried the profits. Like if they just dropped team builders like on a one-off, I don't think it would have done what it did.
Right.
But because they dropped this, that people need the tokens, and
I love the new format of the Youngstone Heroes and now the 94 overall guys. I love how they've added that to team builders. Love it.
Yeah. Just another like wrinkle to it, a little bit more. I don't say more complex, but a little bit more engaging, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
For the smart consumer out there, I'm under the impression that these 92s will likely end up in TVPs at some point, maybe not in this next iteration, but the one after that. And we're still months away from getting that 99. So unless you are really dying to get the 94s or some of these team builders, which they're good, but not great, I think you just want to make coins right now off of these things and not really stack them on your team whatsoever for any reason. Eagles fans, I'm sure, like, nope, gotta have him. Like, all right, cool. But for 1 million coins, I think I'm good on Jalen Hurts right now, even though his card does look really good.
I have a feeling we'll probably get a better quarterback for Zero Chill at some point in the program. So
yeah, and safeties, I feel like we're pretty flooded on, right? Like Justin Reed looks pretty nice, but at the same time, like, I'm loaded. A lot of guys just got Weapon X like 2 days ago, which is, by the way, I bought one for 160 last night. He's so stupid cheap.
Isn't that
dude, I was trying to get one, man.
Yeah, I bought one of him. I bought a CJ. I bought a bunch of Howie Longs. Like I just loaded up again. I dropped another 2 million coins last night in like 15 minutes. On AKAs.
You can actually still buy. I know, like an hour or two ago, training was pretty cheap. An hour or two ago, I bought. I was able to get some OJ Howard back into my binder for 150. Like 153, which was almost like it's like 4.7 per. Yeah. So I got some Smoking Jay Cutlers. I love that card. I flip that card every week. Got picked up 2 for 150.
Right on. Yeah. Right now across the board, weird kind of mix at training. Odd cards seem to be a lot lower. Right, so your 86s are at 5.1, 87s are at 4.5, 88s 5.3, 89s 4.8. So we're at that weird, people aren't looking any lower than just the even number, right? It's like whatever that shows up on. Yeah. They're just looking at that, buying it, and ignoring the ones lower than that, even though they're a better value. As usual, right? As usual. Yeah. Usually the rule is sell your evens, quick sell your odds, and then we, press on that way. Even for exchange sets, right? Too, if you're going to do exchange sets, like exchange your odd ones, sell your evens. But yeah, so all right, well, we're on the topic of training. We might as well dive in. So we are, how far are we? We're a week removed now from Blitz, right? Has it been a solid week already? I've lost all track of time.
Not yet. Yeah,
no.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah,
you're right. Ended last Monday, right? Yeah. So we are a week removed. Training is absolutely stagnant. We've been at 4.5 to 5 since, I'd say, Saturday night of Blitz.
Yep.
And it has not budged at all. Minus a slight tick up for AKA.
That's pretty good.
Yep, a slight tick up for all Madden. That's one that I'm gonna let you guys put your points out there first, and then I'm actually gonna bring up mine. And so some encouraging things. But all right, so where do we think with Zero Chill on the horizon? Big announcement stream tomorrow night, 7 p.m. with TJ and RG. I'm sure we're all going to be here locked in, finding out not only about Zero Chill, about the next season pass, which I do believe is the holiday season pass for all of you nerds out there dying to see season 3. Sit on your hands and hold on for a while. Just because it's not, just because it's not called season 3, it's still a new season. But so lots coming out tomorrow. But tell me where you guys think, like, what are we predicting here? Look in the future for me. Predict out the next 3 weeks for me, training wise, of what's going to shake down.
All right, let me go first before Joe goes on his, like, I know he's got like notes and he's gonna take out his notepad here in a minute. But me, I'm just going off of like previous trends. I think the first week of Zero Chill, you'll see a slow tick, especially with those rerolls and stuff like that. But I think like a little bit further into the program, you're going to start seeing training go up higher and higher, especially when people need presents, because everyone, including myself, waits the last minute to grab their presents. And then everyone's just like, oh, well, I have no training now, so let me go buy it for whatever the price is and roll training and roll the presents and do the random ones, right? Because everyone goes in the random ones. There's no
terrible idea. Yeah, don't touch them.
Terrible,
yeah.
But that's what they do.
Right.
They'll do it. So that's my thing. I think if we see it hit 7.5, I think 7.5 is a number where I'm comfortable waiting till. I don't think it's gonna hit it Thursday or even early next week. I'm thinking it'll start seeing the upward tick like two weeks into the program, in my opinion. But go ahead, Joe. I want to see. I am curious to see what Joe has.
So I have been thinking about this, I will say, like a lot lately. I'm trying to bring up, if I could find it, just my training spreadsheet. So, all right, there we go. I've been thinking about this like a lot lately because, I mean, I think the entire mutt community just has a ton of training investment. I've got up to 8 million training in total. That is at the current moment, right? Like over 40 million coins worth of training. So I would say I don't have a lot. Good thing is, like, I've bought my average of like buy trade is like 4.5. I don't
want to
think
cut you off
training
already, but go ahead.
I don't think training gets as high as people think. I think training gets to like 6, max 6.5. And now first off, it's a huge jump, right? 4.5 to 6, 4.5 to 6.5. That is over a 20% jump. That's not like small. Like, you're going to make significant coins if that happens.
Yeah.
My issue is I think the cards in general, like, sorry,
okay.
Compared to last year. 93 overalls, and this is like where I go back to 93 overalls last year, and I know the training values per card are a lot different, right? A 93 overall quick sells for 3,300 or 32,000 this year. 93 last year, I think quick sold for 13,000. 93s last year were going for like 120 to 140 for training, right, during Zero Chill. And if we go to just 6 per, that would be 200. 6.5, you're looking at what, 220, 225. 7, we get up to 7, we're looking at 231k, 8, 264. We'd be almost at double the entire market in terms of value in comparison to last year. So I do think training jumps. It has to jump because we haven't added demand. We've seen with the littlest demand jump that training goes up. All Madden, I will say, was very encouraging. Like kind of Kay said, very encouraging that training really went from like 4.5 to like even 6s on some overalls, especially 90s. And 92s were going for upwards of almost 7. I just have a strong feeling that, and I know EA does not like investors. They don't. It's too easy. This is it. I know we say like, oh, just buy training, hold it. And I also will say, like with Adam, it's not going to go up instantly right away. Last year, if I do believe, training didn't get up until like 10, 11, 12 across the board until we got stocking stuffers and there was a Zero Chill reroll method. So my thing is, one, I think EA is going to try their hardest to make the investors, the community, the people that prepped and bought training, I think they're going to make the transition from training to snow just as bad as possible, just, again, to screw over. They don't like investors at all. And I also think with how bad rolls have been this year, usually what like makes Zero Chill and why you see such a big training spike is there is usually in Zero Chill every year has a role that is really, really profitable. Like really, really profitable. And with how rules have been this year, they have been downright awful. So I think with everyone investing, EA being EA, the market how it was last year, if we get up to 6.57 per, it's going to be almost double what it was last year. I think training really gets to 6.5 max, but 6 across the board at its peak. That's my thought. That's my thought.
Just one comment for you right here. What did the 82s and 84s do today?
I mean, the 82s, 84s are up, but I think that has more to do with just team builders. Team builders, for some reason, people love to do their sets, and I just don't.
But
a hard time.
Us and a bunch of other people have been saying, like, why are people buying these 82s and 84s? Why don't they have them in their binder? Everyone's loaded up on training. Everyone's loaded up on training. Why don't they have those cards?
I feel like team builders people less prep for. I mean, I had people in my own DMs say, like my own people in my Discord, in my own mod chat go, how did you have all these Team Affinity guys ready? I'm like, well, I did have I've had three videos in the past 2 weeks talking about buying 82s, 84s, 86s. And if you didn't watch those videos, then I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I just feel like it's what Kate
I hope I'm wrong.
Amnesia.
By the way.
Yeah.
May I say that? I hope I'm wrong about training. Going to 7.5. If it gets to that, my stacks looking disgusting. But I think I've opened my eyes and I'm being more realistic with how EA has been this year. And it feels too easy, right? Just buying at 4.5 and selling at 6.57. Like that's so much. It's too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. I just don't think. I think the EA economist or whatever. He's gonna do something. He's gonna go Mr. Scrooge for Christmas. I will say, you know what? There is the back door, the Zero Chill TVP. Maybe if we get that, possibly, then we maybe see training go to 7.5.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's my whole argument, my whole case. I've really thought about it a lot. I'm just like,
I get you. I trust me. I'm with it. Okay, let me talk you back off a ledge a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know this is what it's for, and this is all. If you're tuning in the show, this is all not planned, but I knew Joe's opinion beforehand, so I prepped my notes beforehand. Although my thought process anyway. Okay, so. You guys are definitely spot on. I looked through before we started the show on last year's price guide. And it was, for me on Xbox anyway, December 15th-ish is where we saw training kind of hit its peak. Back up to, I think I saw 14 per for 92s. No, it was 12. 12 there. 12 per, up from, it had gotten down to under 8 during Blitz. A 50% jump. Right. I didn't think training was ever going to double, right? Because that would essentially bring it back to what it was before, right? We were at 10 before Blitz. And then, it never comes all the way back. So I'm thinking 50% meet back in the middle, right? So if it was at 10, goes down to 5, 7.5 to 8, sounds about right to me. And then those encouraging parts we were talking about. So when the All Madden rolls came out, which they were okay, the All Madden players were okay. The rolls were good, right? Yeah. The rolls were profitable early because the cards were selling for overvalue, right? So you could just do the rolls, turn them into 90s, sell those for way higher than they should have gone for. So super easy roll. I only went in, of course, every time one of you bastards showed up, I was in the middle of a roll, even though I said not do it. So thank you for that.
I did a few.
But so that was encouraging, right? So even with those alone, we saw training go from 5 to 8 on some cards, right? 84s jumped to 8 in one day, just like that. So we're already, boom, hit that 50% with the smallest introduction of something for people to do. Small, minimal, right? One small program, not a 3-week indulgence.
Because they had the training.
Right, because they had it. Yeah, and then people start burning it. And just like Team Affinity, Team Builders, and no matter how much the three of us and every other swinging YouTuber on the fucking platform can tell people to prep for these, people don't listen. But y'all are elitist, right? Not in a bad way, but everybody that's in this chat right now, including the three of us, we are elitist, right? We know we are in the top 1% of Madden players in general, right? If you are in a Twitch stream, if you're watching YouTube videos, trust you are within the top 1% of that game. Most people literally log in on Saturday and go, oh, there's Legends today. Weird. And they have no idea. You guys are predicting them on Joe knows on Tuesday. The rest of us are guessing Thursday night or Friday night on who's coming out.
I'm good. Look, I'll say this. I told my plug, all right? I don't want legend reels because I'm true to the prediction game. If you see me prediction wise, just know I don't have I'm not gonna be that'd be bad.
Hey, he was wrong. He was wrong for the all Madden, just saying.
Yeah, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, TJ Watt. Look, he was still told TJ Watt, maybe zero chill, I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
He was zero chill last year.
I did call the sus card though when Mario Williams came out. I'm like, there is no way anybody sat around like, you know what, Mario Williams sounds. No one thought of Mario Williams, bro.
It was easy reads. Everyone said Andre Johnson, yet we had. Hey, look, man, you got to respect the prediction game.
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
All right. We had two previous offensive LTDs. It had to be defensive. I saw a bald head and the number 80 or 90. I'm like, Mario Williams, man.
Okay.
Someone in my chat actually helped me with that.
Yeah.
Mario Williams.
Yeah. I don't hate it. Back to the trading side. I do think so. You're talking about the mud economists, how they don't like investors. What they do like though are money spenders, and the best way to get people to spend money is take all their training by giving them things to use it on. Because that is a way bigger, like, we won't spend money because we don't have to, right? I'll still buy bundles because I'm an idiot. And for content. Tax write-off. But for even people that invest, I mean, again, like, how many people really have 3 million training right now, right? The people in our chats do, the people in our discords do, but what are we talking, 400 or 500 people literally max in the whole game? I think maybe 500 people with 3 million plus training, even 2 million. I feel like that's a pretty low number, opposed to the thousands that will buy bundles if they put out stuff, especially for those guys that don't have and binder full. For some reason, they were selling 80s last week for 750 and 82s for 500 coins. I know because I bought them. So there's a mix there. You know what I mean? I think that the poor outweigh the rich in the game. So we are going to prey on the credit cards instead. Not prey, but take it like their market scheme isn't. I think they would waste far too much energy to go, people, way too many people invested in stuff instead of, hey, if we put out cool stuff, people are going to spend some money. I know that's who I would target if I was in their seat. If I was their economist, like, let them go ahead and make their coins, whatever. Everybody else, we need the guys to spend money. Let's focus on them instead.
Right? Zero chill. You'd want to make it fun. Make it more of a more newcomer, a more casual promo, and make it.
I think people just the game. A lot of people just get the game around this time, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I would say Madden 23 really is missing that fun factor, and Zero Chill should solve that, at least for this month.
Yeah. And then my final piece to it is with I was pretty mid on this thought process before, but the revelation of a special announcement tomorrow, I feel has to be TVPs, right?
You do?
I feel like it. What else is there special to announce?
I think they're just going to talk about the holiday season.
Maybe
that's their special announcement. Is that
maybe? I mean, it could be. It could be so
exclusive holiday season.
Here, I lied. That wasn't my last point. I did have one more. So let's say TVPs don't come out yet, and they come out. They have to come out afterwards, right? Because if training's at 5 right now, and say it only goes up to 7 during Zero Chill, Christmas morning we're looking at 2. Easy 2 training.
Oh yeah.
If you know what I mean. If not sub 2 sniping.
The other thing too. Oh, okay, I'll let you go. I'll talk about it after.
So if that's the case, and we're opening up all of our presents and buying more stuff that morning because we're lunatics, TVPs have to come out, and this is, I think, the most volatile year for training that we've ever seen. Right, the most volatile swings in prices on any given day. Just they go, hey, by the way, today, right now, these are live, right? They don't even announce them. It's not even a heads up to go stock up on stuff. It's just like, ooh, by the way, 3 minutes ago, TVPs are now back in the store.
Yeah, or Redux are just announced.
Right, yeah, Redux is just like, hey, surprise.
They're so bad, man.
Yeah,
they're so bad.
I know. I don't hate the Reduxes only because they don't go into a power up, so you're not really losing anything on the investment. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's just so random.
Right.
Like, all right, here they
But so like I was looking back before, and every time that TVPs had come into the game and gone away, we were looking at like 50% drops quick, right? So training head was at, what was it at? Am I on the right one? I am on the right one. Hold on. Let me go to just 88s in general. From 113 all the way down to 80. To 80. 80 for 88s. Back up to 150 when TVPs hit. Doubled overnight. TVPs go away, back to 98. And then back down to 57. Right? And then hung there for a long time. And then we saw, well, then we're at now. They were at 50. What were these at before TVPs went away, and they dropped down to 50 and then 30 and then 25 during Zero Chill once they had gone away. So again, from down to half when they go away. Do they come back to 50? I don't know. Maybe if TVPs come out. So what I'm saying is I feel like we have a like catch on the back end, where even if training doesn't hit 8, and say it only hit 6, I still think we're probably gonna hit closer to 8. Just hold till those TVPs come out, and then watch it go right back up. Because I think when TVPs come out, there's no way it stays under 8, right?
No, it would matter with the price of the TVP. My question too, with like the multiple stages of Zero Chill, what's your thoughts on like holding, even if training goes to, let's say, like 7.5, and we're not, let's say TVPs are out of play. Like, I still think TVPs aren't going to be coming out during Zero Chill because they seem to drop them when there's like nothing going on. It's like dead season.
I think that's the case. I think that is most likely the case.
Yeah, that should be the recovery after Presents open to get train to go back up.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking early January. That's like a dead part of the season. But are you looking maybe hold training until they drop, like, I would say stocking stuffers or ghosts? Like, you could even be more patient with training, because you'll see that number. If we see that number jump initially on Thursday, it's going to be very, very tempting to sell. But if you maybe wait another week and a half for ghosts to come out, for some sort of stocking stuffers, maybe there's LTD presence, you don't know.
But what is the reason for training to keep going down?
Yeah, see, like, I feel like once we start Zero Chill and whatever it gets to, it's sort of like TVP in a way where it's and it was pretty much last year. Like, there's a flat number, and it really like doesn't go below that. Training isn't going to drop, because as we get closer to Christmas, that demand for the presents as well will only get higher. So I think it's something to talk about. Like, even though like you might have a lot invested into training, it's probably smarter to hold and wait until like the second, like ghosts, potentially stocking stuffers and other content. Like, I don't know.
So last year, it had started right about the same time. I think it wasn't the 11th. It might have been the 10th. December 10th, I think it kicked off last year.
Yeah.
Training was at 101. I'm sorry, 92s were at 101. So training was at 10, right? It recovered back from 8 up to 10. But there was still things to do during the week on like Wildcard Wednesday and stuff. We had more training options in the past. So 103, right? 10 per. By the 15th, a week
when did
later,
stocking stuffers drop?
I think it was probably the 15th, because that's when 92s went from 103, 101 up to 126 on that day. Because those had to have been it. And remember, we're probably going to get present or past, present, and future, right? Usually in reverse order, right? Usually get the future cards first, and they suck.
Yeah. And those, and honestly, those were great investments too last year, because like they went away and then like couldn't get them.
Oh yeah, that was a really good point. Right.
I'm probably going in on those. I was scared because they're like super expensive to roll. I was like, oh, these kind of suck. But then I realized like a week later, I was like, dang it.
The Ghost LTDs made me fun last year.
I regretted not going in on that.
Yeah, I made over, like, because Devon, dude, they're like the most successful LT investment of the year. It's that buy during a market crash, the buyback period, the LTDs rise. We saw it for Blitz,
right?
Zach Martin,
crazy prices. Alan Faneca, God,
just saying.
I'm 100% with you.
I hate LTD investing this year because it seems like the cards are either overflooded or too expensive. But going into Christmas, Ghost LTDs, if they are I think if anything under 700K, I'll be putting a lot of coins in them this year. Just like I did last year. I had 10 of each. And
God, I think they got to be under 700, right? Like if they're going to be in rerolls,
like they should.
Because last year Devontae was, I think like 550. Micah was like 420, 430, and then Tebow was under 400. That was the prices. So I'm just saying that because you never know the odds with LTDs. So because I will say Tariq Woolen didn't really go up a ton, and I think it was because he was just so expensive, so he didn't jump up like crazy.
Yeah,
it was
and some
December
of those
15th. By the way,
it? Okay, I'm just looking at the sheet. That was the spike on training day, so I'm like, that had to have been something. Because I mean, a 15,000 coin jump in a day for a 92 is a big jump. You know what I mean? We'll see it over 10% in one morning, and then stayed around there though. So we're saying, all right, went up to 126. The next day came back down to 115. People kind of recovered. Then back to 123, back to 115, 126, 126. 114 and then down to 100 right before Christmas.
Yeah,
so it tanked out. Yeah, the 22nd, 23rd, people were already out in the 24th.
I think it had a little bit to do with the leaks. There was leaks into the
all the presents.
It killed. I actually, as soon as I got the leaks, it's like YouTubers made videos on. I actually stopped opening a presents. I had like no interest, and I feel like a lot of people were the same with that. I told my guy, I want no present leaks. I don't want to see anything on the timeline.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing.
But
I don't want that to be spoiled.
It's gonna happen.
It always does. I mean, they put them out like the hints anyway. At least they have every other year. You know what I mean?
Hints, man. I hope
the hints are fun. Yes.
They are good.
They do that.
I agree.
Okay. So I think we're all in consensus. I probably want to wait until I want to get past. I mean, I'm still going to roll, right? There's no reason to not roll right away. If there's limiteds out there, go ahead and roll.
You technically would want to roll, especially for presents earlier, right? First
I don't think the presents matter as much. But as happens with every long program, it feels like, because you're going to have future players, then present players, then past players, right? But with those, there's usually another influx of a bunch of other shitty cards that go into that reroll. That then, even though the number of cards is the same, right? It always feels like the rolls get worse as the weeks go on, right? Even though there's better cards that you can pull, more expensive ones you can pull, it always feels like they get worse as it goes on. So I don't hate rolling into a bunch of stuff early and just kind of going nuts. I can't believe it's in 2 days. Like, it's this weekend. And of course, I'll be driving the whole weekend, so I got to get it all in on Thursday and Friday night. Actually, Thursday night, because they have plans Friday. It's gonna be damn, I'm gonna miss the first 2 days of Blitz or Zero Chill. It sucks.
Yeah, which is usually like the most fun part too.
I know, right? And way to rub it in. Thanks, Adam. That's making me feel better.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know what? I missed it on that little Blitz loophole thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of glad I did though. But anyways.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be. I mean, I think we got a solid game plan here, right? Hold on to everything for a little bit.
Holding.
Do you think stocking stuffers are a lock? Did they come back again?
I don't know, because we just had team builders, and aren't they very similar? I think someone mentioned it in the chat as well. I think DH said something saying like, "Will we get a stocking stuffer?" Because it's pretty much like the same format as team builders, and we just got a bunch of that right now.
Right.
So.
TB2s last year dropped early November. They dropped early December this year.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I really do hope we see. I hope we see stocking stuffers, because the choose like one of 32 is always really good, because you have the way to make coins, like you'd say, like sets. I don't really like making like set videos or saying like, oh, this set's profitable, because if it just takes 2 or 3 people and it ruins the profit.
Yeah.
Whereas doing like team builders, it's why team builders are usually profitable like the entire year, because you can choose one of 32 options, or normally it's one of 64. I don't know why they only did 32 for TB2, but
yeah, I guess maybe the heroes and stuff, like the 92.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it really interesting?
What else you guys got? We had a busy week.
Yeah, I don't honestly I didn't do a whole lot. I'm gonna be honest, man. I just been buying. Like, every time I see trading under 4.7, I just been buying. I can't stop myself. I finally got back to like 7 million, and then I just dropped it all in trading again.
Right on.
Yeah, I went from 16. Yeah, I spent 10 mil yesterday on AK in training at like probably a 4.5 average. I think what I was doing. Oh, sorry. Over the weekend was I was selling, I was basically swapping out, because some 92 overalls, for example, this past weekend were going for a ton. I was swapping out cards that were going for above 6.5 to 7 per. I was just selling those and then using those coins and rebuying into training at under 5 per, just like to make my make my ratio
right
lower. That's what but yeah, it's been, I will say, I didn't play Madden like at all from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I pretty much didn't touch the game at all. Monday, I liquidated my 78, 79s in the comp pass. They did okay.
They're fine.
Bought them for probably like a 1.3 average, sold them for like I'd say like a 3.7, 3.8 average. It was okay. I was getting to the point, I've never had this, where my binder was actually filling up. And then, of course, bought the AKAs yesterday, and then today was the team builder, and I went from, like 1650 players or items, my binder, down to 933. So that feels good.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm at 950 right now. Yeah.
I'm still at 1388, and I got rid of I built every stupid team builder I could.
No, I'm almost done.
Brutal.
Almost done.
Yeah, my 80s through 85s now have been cleared. They've been...
I still have some 85s. Did you put those in the sets too?
Yeah, I put them in the set. They're going for as much as the 84s. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, quality wise, I still have, Jesus, I still have 159 8081s.
You might want to change those up.
Yeah, I might want to change those up. I have 8 82 83s and 16 84 85s. I don't know why. There must be some BND cards or whatever that I can't throw in the sets or something. At least I can clear those out. Can we talk about the next season real quick? The holiday season?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know what to expect, really. Like, I honestly don't even have a guess. I think this is gonna be like a little mini season. Like, but I just also don't know if it's gonna be.
I really hope they go all out. Do 50 levels.
I want good rewards. That's all I want.
Do 50 levels. Make the XP like available to where it's like, even though it will be 50 levels, you might think, oh my god, that's gonna take forever. Just give us like a lot of options, a lot of ways to get XP fast. And I do want to see, like, if they're delaying season 3, like I said, or like we said, till mid-January, I want to see like there be a Sean Taylor, Bo Jackson, some S tier card as the final reward. I don't want it to just be, you get a bunch of 91 B&D heroes and packs and 80 plus 0 chill rerolls. I want there to be at least make it at the end worth the wait.
Right. I mean, the last one we did get 94 Deion Sanders. But I feel pretty good.
It's too bad that card is not the best.
He's a great kick returner still. As always, great kick returner. But so like this one, I felt, because in the beginning, because I'd gone through and watched some of the old broadcasts again to see what they were talking about. And in the Madden reveal broadcast, Jake Stein had said that they were planning on 3 seasons. And I think what he meant by that was 3 numbered like premiere seasons. Not to mean, because the timing doesn't work right for season 3 to start right now. Right? So during season 3, you're going to earn your final season player. Right?
Yeah.
Then we're going to throw all 3 of those in to get a 99 down the road.
But it says in the set, like, it's not going to happen until after the Super Bowl.
Right.
It says it in the set, yeah.
So if the season stays on 60 days, we are still more than 60 days away from the Super Bowl. Yeah. So that math doesn't add up, right? So season 3 couldn't start right now. I feel like the holiday season, whatever this is going to be called tomorrow, had to have been a, not filler, but they want to do something different for Zero Chill. And then say even January 1st, if season 3 drops, that would line up perfect, because then whatever that 96 is or 97 we're going to get out of that should be available, because they can tell you how long it's going to take to get it. They can control that and go, you can't get that 96 until February 16th. It'll be the first day it'll be humanly possible to get it. Which still leaves 2 more weeks for everybody else to catch up. But we'll have a 99 in the game finally, and then you can go get your other one. And then we're going to be loaded up on a lot.
I wonder if that is just the Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, no, it can't be. No, it won't be, because
they sell it. That's a huge bundle that they sell. Yeah,
my idiot ass buys it every year, and I've never once used the fucking player. Every year I get it, and I'm like, that guy. Like, it's never anybody I want.
I remember the first year, it was Madden 15 was the first year you were able to just pretty much, not like you don't have to buy the bundle. You could just do the set like for the 99, and you would always, and I was watching the Super Bowl. It was Patriots Seahawks, and It ended up being Julian Edelman's. Like, it wasn't worth it at all. He just spent like $1 million.
Right? Yeah, I remember. Right? Yes.
It was so close. Remember the wide receiver on the Seahawks made like the incredible catch. He was like 6'5", and it was like it was going to be him. It was going to be him, but then rusted the pick, and then ended up being Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
terrible.
Nice.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp wasn't worth it. Edelman wasn't worth it. That Mahomes card before wasn't even any good.
I make Mahomes terrible every year.
Every year, I don't understand.
I can't even use him.
Kupp was okay, right?
No,
Kupp was solid. Kupp was solid. I like this card.
He was like better than the other ones we've
had. He was cheaper than most of them are. They're usually super expensive. Kupp was only like, he felt like he was what, like 500, 600K when he
I feel like he was like almost market value within a week. Like, he was like, hard pass.
I will say, if season 3 starts in like January, or we're just not gonna have like a season 4 for, there's gonna be like 3 months of the Madden.
No, see, here's my thing though, with because I didn't even come up with the phrase holiday season. Somebody else had said, I think on Twitter, had told me I think I did a rant on people like, oh, it'll be holiday season. I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. Why don't we also have off season?
Oh,
holy shit!
Mutt season.
Mutt season.
Mutt season.
All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my god, we've been saying these things for years, and finally Madden's like, hey, why don't we do that?
Just use it.
Yeah, they already stole my idea. I'm gonna come out there and tell you guys that they did it. It wasn't this year; it was last year. That I used to make fun of people that play Madden because y'all are a bunch of like Dungeons and Dragons nerds. Right? Like with these abilities and whatnot. I'm like, I can't use him. He has +1 agility. I'm like, well, not if you pair him up with so-and-so, then he gets +1 speed. Like Madden the Gathering, we used to call that, phrase that all the time. And then like the next year, like Madden the Gathering. I'm like, you fucks, like that was my idea. I'm all about it. It's true though. But so I do firmly believe that we will get our 3 named primary seasons. Yeah. We will have holiday season. We will have off season. We will have Mutt season.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then
they probably would do like some kind of like, they could probably do like some like it would go along with the free agency program. Yeah, that would work.
Right. Just makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, we are all guilty of being Madden nerds. We all are, and I'm not hating on it. Trust me, I'm 1000%.
If you play Mutt, you are a nerd, and it's not a bad thing.
Exactly.
Nerds are cool.
So,
yeah, no, I like it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes out tomorrow. I think this stream should be interesting to say the least. God, I'm really hoping. We're not going to get everybody though, right? What do you think? You get like present players only, or like future players only?
They said 40. I think they said 40 plus players.
40?
Yeah, they said 40 plus reveals. No mention of presents, but like we know we're getting presents.
That's a guarantee.
Anime.
Yeah. We'll include 40 plus player reveals. So they'll have the low overalls probably and whatever else, right?
Yeah, it'll just be Zero Chill Part 1. That's like, they hype up the 40 plus, but let's be honest, like 6 actually matters. So.
Exactly. Yeah,
right.
Like the 40 plus number is a little skewed. I really wish, I will say, what do you guys like want to see within like Zero Chill this year? Like, what are your, if you had to build the program, what were you? I would focus on. I don't know why they seem to like diminish it every year. I think Ghost should be the main. I think Ghost should be like a multiple stage drop. Like they could do 4 or 5 drops of Ghost.
But did they used to do that?
Yeah, I mean,
back in like Madden 20 or 21.
Was it not last year?
Last year they
one drop.
They did one drop, and it was like I think it was 10 past, 10 present, 10 future.
Right.
3 LTDs. That's like. But they used to do, I think it was like Madden, like you said, 19 or 20. They dropped like over 30 or 40 Ghosts of Madden, literally past 30, 40 present, 30, 40 future. I feel like that should be like the main aspect. Instead of just the normal Zero Chill is just heroes, champions, voila.
Right.
We get that the entire year.
Yeah, I know in the past, what I used to actually really like was that the future guys came out at 92s.
Yeah.
The present guys were 93s. And then the past guys were 94s.
Not only they come out all the same.
Right. Yeah. If these all come out at 94, do we think 94s, 95s?
94s this week. This is the last 94 week. And then next week will be 95s.
Okay. So maybe they do break it up again. And then the future guys would be 94s.
Yeah.
And then the present and past be 95s maybe?
Yeah. I always like I will say like with that I wish the future and present guys were like up there in the overalls with the past guys, because I love when they incorporate like actual Madden like NFL, like so the future's like whoever's doing the best as a rookie or second year player and they get a good card.
Right.
Like Yeah, because it's like, okay, then everyone's just gonna use the pass guys. Like,
Yeah.
make the future guys like as good as the pass guys.
Honestly, I feel like this year more than any, I think that's likely. With the change,
100%.
yeah, I think they're definitely incorporating those guys in. I hate doing these, but do we have any predictions for players?
I'm still going TJ Watt. He still hasn't got an upgrade, which is kind of
That's
bizarre.
facts. That is true.
I think what Sean Taylor's a lock essentially.
Yes,
he was in that trailer. I think
he
Jackson
might be part of like that. He might be the holiday season.
Yeah.
Oh man, Ben's just tugging on heartstrings, man. QB Derrick Henry, does he make a return?
Well, I don't even think he's that good this year because there's no skate partner.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, bro. If I can take on him, if I can put bulldozer on him and run QB options, oh my god, I just got so happy.
Yeah, I think Bo Jackson's also a lock.
Yeah, I called
him for zero chill from the beginning. As soon as they gave him that like the Nike Club run, he's done now. They got the 3 releases. I think he's due for his big.
Ooh, speaking of those, real quick, do you guys do that already?
No.
Did you know that if you just go in and add in a workout and say you ran 6 miles in 3 minutes, you just get the card?
I can't do that in Canada. They don't let me.
Turn it on indoor mode. Turn on indoor mode. Turn off tracking. Just add a workout. Done.
I
literally did it before I got home from work the other day. I got home and it was there. I'm like, oh, that was quick. Yeah, super easy. Other than I would just say go run if you're a runner, but instead all I got was my chat going, I can't talk right now. I'm shaking my phone for the next half hour. I'm like, can you just not don't do that.
It's too cold to run outside.
Facts though.
Out of position Ted Hendricks. We need a Ted Hendricks upgrade.
Yeah.
I love that strong. I used that strong safety Ted Hendricks as a user until he got his golden ticket.
Yeah.
I love that card.
How do we feel about out of positions in general?
I was just gonna say, I don't know.
Okay, I like it. Maybe this is me being like making content for YouTube, but like that kind of like really helped my YouTube channel last year when like I started making I used every Derrick Henry card. That was like my first viral video, and it's like I got to use like all his positions, and it kind of like I don't know worked. There's so much things you could do with that content wise, but like I get why people don't like it. I get why people don't, but I don't know. It's a video game. I don't know.
Right.
I like the legacy.
It's not franchise. It's not play now. It's mutt. You're
yeah,
still building a team that's completely of like random players.
Yeah, I think
like you know what I mean. I don't know.
This year more than past, I think I'm super okay and excited for out of position players because there's no power ups. I don't feel handcuffed to this card knowing that he's going to do nothing but lose value for me, right? Like especially if they have like limited out of positions. I'd be all for it because now I can use that card. All right. I know my value is locked in to a certain degree. And I can use these wild cards that I just don't have in the game. So I think I'm all over it, man. This year, but when the power-ups were there, I used to advise people not to use them because you were just one and done, right? And in December, January, the cards that you're getting are probably the guys that are kind of on your squad for most of the year, right? Or the remainder of the year, right? Especially guys like some of your O linemen, hell, even some corners and wide receivers. I'm like, especially if you're rocking legends, I'm like, yeah, no, you're going to use Megatron until he gets his 99, right? This 95 staying there until his next upgrade. Dion staying until his next upgrade. Out of position though, this year, I think I'm all for it. I'm stoked about it.
Yeah, like I said, I want to see the legacy out of positions, the free safety Calvin, safety Julio.
Yeah, but wide receiver, people complain that they already just got their upgrades though, Joe.
Wide receiver Dion was a Madden 12 card. Like that is legacy out of position. So
RG said the special announcement is historic for Madden.
Historic for Madden.
What the hell?
I don't know what that means.
Historic?
It has something to do with John Madden.
I
don't know what that would be.
They're hyping this up like it's.
I hope they're not gonna disappoint. I really.
What could it be though? I can't even while this streams, while this what could it possibly be? Like I can't even comprehend.
I don't know.
Chat, anybody got anything crazy? Did RG tweet it out or did that just come out this morning?
Oh, I think he said this morning.
Historic. Yeah, give us some ideas. Everyone gets coin wiped.
Yeah.
Well, someone said, could you imagine a John Madden Zero Chill team? But we already have an all Madden team. That is John Madden's all Madden team, right? I don't think that's
historic.
The case. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, bro, historic feels like bigger than
Ultimate
Ultimate
he tweeted
Team,
it
though.
out. Oh, sorry, he tweeted it out.
Wait, he tweeted it?
Oh, that's what someone just said.
I got it. I got it right here.
Bro, I think I can go as far to say the special reveal might be an historic moment for EA Sports Mutt. Historic.
What could that be? And there's no hints on this. This is nothing. There's no secrets tucked away here. Man, I have no idea. Oh, Granta Claus is back. I forgot about Granta Claus. Man.
I don't even like. I have no like. I'm trying to think of every single bring back. I don't think bring back Weekend League would. I don't think they're gonna do that
historic.
at all.
How would that be historic?
Yeah, that wouldn't be historic.
Right.
Historic is like something new, like something it feels like we've been wanting forever.
Announcement of crossplay. Ooh, there's no way though.
No.
Mid-season.
You know what? That right there.
What?
That would make the most sense. Crossplay. That would be historic.
That would be.
But how would they do that? How would they do that in the middle of the year? It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that. Title up? No, there's no way a title update would do that, right? I don't know how it works.
I don't know. I think they could.
Yeah, maybe.
Everybody else has crossplay.
If FIFA has crossplay. You know, that makes the most sense. Honestly, that makes the most sense as doing a historic thing for Ultimate Team. Making crossplay would make sense.
This is it's saying it's like in Mutt history, not Madden history. Mutt.
Right.
Madden
so all right. So I'm just going. Let's just go like wild, off the rails, ridiculous ideas, right? And I've wanted something like this for a long time. And the fact that RG is saying it. What if some of our MCS pros got into the game?
Well, they've already been in the game, though, no? As coaches.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like a Michael Skimbo out of position free safety.
Oh, my God. Maybe.
I don't think that would be historic, though.
I mean, I think that'd be kind of historic. Blackout animations? Oh, my God, that would be nuts.
I try to ask Hope. Shut me down pretty fast.
Injuries and what?
Black.
he said we'll circle. He said, "Give me your best guess, and we'll circle back Thursday."
Ooh,
so
SpongeBob at quarterback. What if we start adding in non-player players? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Words made sense in my brain.
Ben said practice mode. Practice mode would
it'd be neat, but that wouldn't be historic though, right?
I mean, there's a lot of people that really want a Mutt practice mode. Like, that have been asking for it forever.
I know, but I don't know if that is, if that's historic. Leon Sandcastle could be historic though. Bring back Leon Sandcastle. Those too young. Everybody, you have to YouTube it. That'd be,
man, RG, you can't send out a tweet like that. This I'm gonna say, this shit better be amazing for you to say the word historic.
I feel like it's gotta be something like not even Zero Chill related, right? Like, I think we're all on the same track. I feel like it's not Zero Chill related. I think it's just Madden in general Madden related.
Ultimate Team
yeah.
So another little thing he said, but he said he has to concur that it is historic. They debated on that all day. So I don't know what that means.
There's no way it's not a letdown. With the Madden community, there's no way it's not a letdown.
They could give free 99s tomorrow and they'd be let down. Let's be serious.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody gets free 99s. Like, oh, should have been 101. But it doesn't matter. These guys are miserable sometimes. Well, I guess 7 p.m. tomorrow night's going to be pretty wild. We'll see. We shall see. Do we have anything else going on? Were we hitting our hour mark? We're at our good spot of the night.
Yeah, no, I feel like I guess you could go through your plans on Zero Chill, like what's to do. I know we talked about, we did this with Blitz, right? Like, we kind of did like a rundown of what our plan was, but like, is there anything specific you're looking for immediately? Are you jumping into rerolls and selling immediately? Are you flipping cards immediately? What's your plan?
A little bit. So I know for my target, my first objective, because I still have 1,300 things in my binder, I'm going to quick sell stuff and roll early, but I want to take out some of the lower stuff first, right? Like I'm actually probably going to clear out like all my 86 and 87s first, right? And then whatever I have, that's what I have, right? So I'm probably actually going to take like one overall, each limited drop. If there's not limited, if you guys are rolling without, guys, there's going to be like 3 or 4 different drops of limiteds through this, okay? If there's no limiteds out, don't open anything, right? Just hold on, hold your stuff, just chill for a minute. Go snipe more, play head to head, whatever. You're gonna have lots to do with the new season pass and everything going on too. I will only roll when limiteds are out. I will probably take one overall grouping and quick sell that and roll those. So I'll probably start with 86, 87s, then I'll hit 89 or 88, 89s, and then do 91, 92, 90, 91s, and then save the 92, 93s as like my back fall, burn it all to the ground. I want every damn present in the game moment at the very end.
Yeah, I'll say for usually like this, I'm not the best when it comes to actually making coins like the first day of the promo, because I'm usually just like focused on my investments, I would say.
Right.
Like I would just be staring. So like, but I usually flipping is very, very, very good. Like for the first few hours, but certain overalls, you can make a lot flipping. You can try to find some sets, but it's just hard because usually the prices are like falling by the minute.
Right.
Zero chill is going to be like a wait, just kind of like Blitz. It's going to be like a wait and see.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks long. You don't have to go in the first 10 minutes.
I think that's something is usually the first drop of zero chill is technically very underwhelming. Like we're not really even getting that many cards. If we get just zero chill part 1 presents, new holiday pass, like we're gonna get 294 champions, probably 2 or 3, maybe 294 LTDs, and like that's it. It doesn't even compare to the all Madden drop we got this past week. So it's probably gonna be a pretty like the first week, and I'm kind of just gonna chill. I'll just probably roll presents on stream, and if certain overalls, like you said, are at a better training ratio than others, I'll sell those off, and we'll kind of just see how it works. Because we really don't know how they could throw us curveballs with this program, so more so wait and see. Normally we know exactly like what's going to happen, like we could say for other programs, but zero chill, I don't really know exactly what to do.
I guess we'll play. Like I feel like my plan is to roll a little bit and like build sets if there is anything profitable. I always like to jump into the sets like right away, just in case there is a little bit of a mix up and the trading is way more than you're supposed to be getting.
That is true. There's always something.
I like getting into some sets, see if there's possibly free training back. Well, I don't think we'll get free. Like, another thing, we think we get snowflakes or an alt currency.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah,
okay. We have to. Yeah. We get it every year. Bro, my issue with the content drops is like it's 7:30 in the morning for me. My brain is like foggy for the first few hours. Like I can't even think half the time when the content first drops. So yeah, we have to get an alternate currency. I'm really hoping they give us. I would love to see like not just snow for present. They give us. I don't know. This is us because we have training investments, but I would like to see like both snow and training options if you want to roll for presents.
Well, last year we did, right?
No, it was just snow. There was options for the actual player rerolls, but the presents.
But that turned into snow, right?
Snow, yeah.
Yeah, it was players to snow and then snow into presents.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
I will say it is very important. Like you recognize the best way to convert training to snow and like what's the cheapest snow to buy day one. That is something you do need to like focus on and figure out pretty much day one as early as possible.
Yeah, there'll be a lot to digest right away, but typically the safest thing is, like you said, roll when there's limiteds out. Double your chance of getting something good, turning some profit just on the rolls, because on the training roll, if you could pull a limited, you're solid, right? And then you take all your snow and throw those into presents and then sit and wait for weeks, especially if you get them early. I'm probably not going to touch the presents right away. I might just stock up on snow and then see what I have, and then go in late. I mean, it works for me though, because I have no choice but to be hesitant. Because Saturday morning I have to get up. I have plans Friday night. Saturday morning I have to get up and drive to Nashville from Buffalo. It's a 12-hour drive.
Right.
The next Sunday morning I have to get up and drive from Nashville to Biloxi, Mississippi, where I have to stay until almost the end of them, right before Christmas, and then drive my happy ass all the way back home. So I'm just barely gonna make it back to do all this, but I'll still be able to stream down there. So just that weekend that I will be a little bit beat up. But I'm going for training, which means I will have plenty of free time to hang out and play games all night. Yeah.
Which is nice.
I want to get into this a little bit before we wrap this up, and we'll probably talk about this more next week when we see the actual content. I am very worried about the value of presents this year and the return you get back. And it goes to rerolls being super bad this year, and this happened during Easter last year. So I put in 70, 80 mil into Easter last year. I lost 10 mil. The reason be the price I actually got the eggs at when the crash actually happened, there was no demand for training post Easter to raise the price back up of the cards you pulled. So I lost 10 mil, even though I got them in at market value. Now, how does this relate to Christmas? The Christmas crashes. Now, every year, there's always been a demand for training post-Christmas. Like last year, there was the stocking stuffers, the LTDs, and you saw training literally went from, 10 down to 4, back up to 10 in a few hours, because we had that number where if you could do the reroll at 10 per, you would like make consistent profit. If there's no reroll method this year, no process in which you are using training to make coins, I think a lot of people can lose a lot of coins on presents this year, as the crash will happen, right? It will go from 7, 8 down to 2, but it won't go back up to 7 or 8. And you're going to be spending again 7, 8 per on those presents. And if it only goes, like I said, Easter, it only bounced back like a little bit because there was no demand for training.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm worried if there is not a really good reroll with training, like right out, like again, after Christmas, and the only demand was, you could say, is presents, I'm worried that people are going to lose a lot of coins on presents this year. I think the only way you could really negate that is you hold until TVPs.
Right.
I'm
I think that has to be the driving force, because it's not like the training market kind of controls everything, right? The price of everything, except for like the brand new legends. They stay high for like 2 weeks. I think the TVPs have to come out sooner than later after Christmas, because otherwise no one opens up packs because there's no value.
Yeah.
Right. If you're going to open up, like, what are these at 2 right now? Like, let's say you open up a pack, a legend pack, right? 100K. If training is at 2, you can pull a 92, which some of you have opened up legend packs. That is tough as shit to do out of a regular 100K coin pack. That's 50,000 coins. So what are you going to do? You're going to pull one of the best cards and the best possible cards out of that with a 3% possibility of getting one, and it's half the value of the pack. Pack strike all over again. Right, Pack Strike 2.0 if training stays at 2 for more than a week.
I will say it's going to be bro. It's lining up like the opportunities to invest in training are lining up perfectly this year. Like Blitz, buy training, go into Zero Chill with the raised demand. If TVPs don't come out during Zero Chill, they're probably going to come out in early January, late December. It lines up perfectly. If you go all out on training again, Christmas morning, and you hold until TVPs.
Tell me, I need you to talk me out of this idea. I had the asshole thought process of not opening up my presents and filling up my binder and just sniping again all Christmas morning and letting 600 packs just sit there until TVPs drop.
Well, my thing for Christmas is I told everyone this last year's, there is no reason to open up your presents in the morning. There's no
worst thing you should be
not till like noon.
I open mine at night for on stream, but there's no difference. And actually, your value goes up the longer you wait to open up your presents. But there's no difference. You're just wasting time and opening them in the morning.
Right.
You're thinking about holding yours until TVPs just drop as a whole.
I mean, you were in the same boat I did. What's that? Oh yeah, I did. I was full from Blitz, right? It was like literally I had to start doing exchange sets and shit just to make room to snipe more things. I ran out of room. So I'm kind of wondering, like, even now, if I'm at 1388, I mean, I'm going to get out of a lot, right? There's no way I'm sniping back 1,600 items or, whatever, 1,200 items after all the excess nonsense that's in there. But I'm possible. I just don't want to open up presents and then something else happens and I'm like, oh, I can't even do that because I have too much stuff. And I don't really want to quick sell yet. I don't wait till something else comes out. So wait and see, right? Because I never want to I always warn people, I'm like, don't convert your stuff into training until you're going to use it. Because you never know what happens. Like today, right? Some guys might be like, oh, I'm getting training at 4. Let me sell them my 85s. Okay, well, you could have sold them at 14.
Yeah, exactly.
And you quick sold them at 5. You could have sold them at 14.
It's like the cardinal rule when you invest in training is don't quick sell the players. You never know what can come out to make them rise before you think that they are going to rise.
Yeah.
So I thought I was going to quick sell all my 84, 85s. That was going to be my rolling training going to 0 chill. And now it's going to be the higher overalls.
Exactly.
It's probably going to be the 91s and 93s, and then I'm going to sell 90s and 92s.
It's going to be these 94 Tom Brady's I bought for $230 yesterday.
Dude, I forgot to even look at that market yesterday.
Oh my God, dude. It was easy, too, just sitting there.
I was going 90, 91, 92, 93 AKs. I completely forgot that there were 94s. And I didn't realize till after they were up to like 260, 270. I'm like, dang, I could have bought them even more in bulk.
Right. I did do a lot of the 92, 93s, though. 92s I was getting at 100 or less.
Yeah,
93s were at under 160.
Yep, that was my exact numbers. 160. My numbers were like 160, 105, and then for 91s I was buying under 69, 70, and 90s I was buying like under 47, 46.
Stupid easy. I mean, I'm back up to 10 million now, so I don't know if I want. I think I'm gonna hold off now. Like I only have like 3 million training. I think that's enough for me because I'm factoring in 3 legend drops. Right. Or I'm sorry, 3 limited releases. That gives me 1 million a piece to go in for limited rolls. Turn all of that into snow. And then that's going to give me whatever. I mean, on a good day, maybe we'll see how that conversion comes out. Sometimes the snow conversion sucks. Other times it's really good, right? Like there's no say like that 3 million training can either turn into 1 million snow.
Yeah.
Or it can turn into 10 million snow, right? Like it's such a wide variety, but it all depends on how much all the packs are going to cost. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll do all the calculations. Like we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to have trouble. I feel like if the prices go up on training, I'm going to have it's going to be hard for me to like roll and instead of just taking a straight.
What's your number?
I don't really. I feel like it has the presents have to get it. For me, I'm not really looking to roll the actual. I'm just all presents. For me, it's just presents, and that's it. So the presents, it matters. Like I'd say the hints and what we're thinking the values of those are, and we'll see.
Yeah, I want to go big on presents this year for like YouTube videos, but like I'm also gonna mess around with the rolls if they're good. If they're like once Grant or whoever rolls a bunch and say they're good or bad, then I'll decide to go in. But I'll roll a few. I know I'm gonna get bullied into rolling anyway, so I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm
right. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna do any all Madden, and then 150K later, and not a single 94. I'm like, okay, that wasn't worth it. Actually, I still did make a lot of coins on that, so it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the only way to get snow to get the training or to get presents is typically to do the player roll with training. Unless they change it up this year, we'll see. Are you guys on team random present? Are you going all small and medium? What's the plan?
Well, it depends on if it works out like last year. Sorry, that was eggs. Sorry, that was Easter eggs. Never mind, I lied. Okay, never mind.
Well, even out of presents,
remember the small. If you open the small, you could still get like the extra large in it.
Yeah, I was same with presents last year too.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was. Okay, so I'm probably gonna honestly, man. Like I might go small and medium. Because I have a chance of getting some extra. Obviously, I'm going for all the presents anyways, just for the content. But I think I'm going heavy into like the small medium market.
Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping they do like LTD presents this year. I don't know, little twist, but probably gonna go mostly. I think the thing was is like going into last year, I've been playing Madden for a long time, but like I kind of took years off of Ultimate Team, and I didn't really know the exact best strategy. Going into last year, so I had like a ton of larges. I had like 20 million coins worth of presents, but I think this year I'm definitely gonna be more on team small, medium, and random, and then I'll sprinkle in the like larges. But the thing was, it was just a weird, like the actual large commons were not bad, but the extra larges were like not that good because they were just set cards. Like you got
they were pretty
Turkey
mid.
Day. So it was like the super extra rare larges were good. The common larges were good, and then mediums and small were good. But the just normal extra larges like were kind of like meh. Like the Blitz one, meh.
Right.
You would say Redux was okay, but so
yeah, I think it's
we'll
going to
wait
depend. I think you're right. I think it's going to depend on what. Like, if there's a medium Redux one, I'm rolling all mediums.
Yeah, that's
right.
what I'm
like
saying.
that. Like if that gives me a target, like, oh, these are probably like 90 pluses or 91 pluses. Even like the legend ones were always so good. Even the small legend ones, like I would pop out like 99 twos out of those for nothing. For 300 snow, I'd get those. And they were just fantastic.
That's the one thing for
incredible.
Easter. I was pretty like spot on, which like what presents I knew would be good. Like I didn't want the Madden machine presents. I didn't want these ones, but like the Redux ones, I wanted Redux, I wanted Ultimate Legends, and like Legends. It was like the 3 ones that I wanted the most of.
That's actually really not a bad idea. I know I said I didn't want to quick sell and I just wanted all the presents, but if it's Gridiron Guardians, I can just quick sell that. I have no desire for those.
And they're pretty obvious. Like last year, they were pretty obvious.
Right? Yeah. They used to hide it quite a bit more with like little like, you know, almost like watermark hints everywhere and whatnot.
They would do.
Like,
I don't hate those small
out of box
Madden machine ones and stuff like that because you had the chance of getting like the high ones in it.
Yeah.
Right.
It was the large ones. The large ones you couldn't. Yeah. We'll have to see what the hints are.
Exactly.
Yeah, hopefully they do hints again. I remember Krayla last year said there was no hints and there was. So
yeah, they were just like almost plastered on the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember
that. The logos were right there. I'm like, yeah, okay, no hints, buddy. Yeah, he said there were no hints because it's literally just written on the side of the box.
It tells you what it is.
Yeah, it's not a secret.
I hope we say like we talk with presents. I ranted about this last year. I got a lot of hate. I want presents to also maybe be a little bit more unique player items. They used to do that a lot more in like 15, 16, 17, where like you get an exclusive card.
Right. Yes.
Whereas now they kind of just do like rehashed promo packs essentially. So
I guess they do like a couple, right? They do a couple like
they do like the LTDs, but like I remember it used to be all like unique players. Like I remember it was Madden like 15 or 16 was one of my the first few presents. They would do like there was like 92 flashback. There was like a 92 flashback, the Sean McCoy in one present, and a 93 flashback in the other. They were just like every day. They also used to do presents. They opened up like 3 or 4 a day, like for the entire month of December. It was a lot.
Yeah.
They used to do things a lot different back in the day. A lot different. But
yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. I guess we'll find out a lot tomorrow. Are you guys gonna be streaming tomorrow night through it?
No, I'm probably not gonna stream. I'm probably just gonna like, watch and just enjoy it. And then I guess I'm gonna be like I'll be live for the program. So hopefully it doesn't get delayed on Thursday. And then it'll be nice. It'll be nice to like be part of the
2 years ago they were so yes, like I didn't really think it's like I wasn't really like involved in Madden like that. I took years off, man. I was a diehard mutt addict from like Madden 12 to Madden I'd say 16, 17. And then I kind of took like a 3-4 year break where I'd only play at certain times. So like I wasn't necessarily mutt rich to be able to like open presents, but I wish they did more exclusive cards as the present rewards instead of just being, oh, Legends, Most Feared, Harvest.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see. I'll be on for it tomorrow night. My only time to stream is evening time, so I'll be on for it tomorrow night, and then not until evening time Thursday, so I will have my eyeballs up on that Discord. And I will have my backbone with me at work in case one of y'all put in a message that
there's some
do
kind
this
of, like,
right away.
Yeah, because there might be like it is a big program, right? Like I could see something like that happening for sure.
There's been goals before.
I've also
like
I'm trying to sandbag my XP a little bit on the field pass, even though I don't think there's a need to. Because every field pass, like these ones are 2 months long. I'm usually done 3 weeks ahead of time, right? And need no more XP. So like, I don't know. I'm gonna chill at 29 CP, wait for Thursday, go in, finish out my I'm at like enough like head-to-head wins, like push me over a nice little chunk in a minute. So like I'll just kind of hang out and until then, just try to stay at 29. But if I go over, I go over. I'm not super worried about it, but
eventually you'll get it all anyways. Like,
right, yeah. There's no need to be in a panic about it, even if it is just a 1 month long program, which I'm all for.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it could be too. It could be. I mean, it could be a full 2 month season.
We'll see.
I know tomorrow.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Historic
honestly,
event.
Zero Chill is one of the most exciting programs of the year, I think. So
yeah, agreed.
I really hope they show. We always say this. I really hope they show one like presence and please show the roles and like please.
Yeah,
that's all
they do a really poor job at showing.
They've been so bad this year with showing the roles,
but...
and you would think like, no, how do I get like I want to just type in the chat, how do I get these presents, TJ?
Yeah. Right.
Show, see, this is what you're gonna want to do. You're gonna do this role to this role to this role. Thank you.
Yeah, some of that I think it is by design though, because they don't want people prepping too much. And then not so much because it gives you, they want people prepping, is that it puts the folks, they know the viewership number on there, even though, I mean, there'll probably be 20,000 people in there tomorrow night, right? And it's such a small percentage of the player base that it gives those 20,000 people a massive head start on things. So the guys that log in on Thursday or Friday and don't even know Zero Chill's coming out are literally screwed.
Right.
So I think that's honestly why I think it gives them a little bit more of a fair chance. They log in at 10:30 on Thursday. I'm like, oh shit, look at this.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, again, regardless, there's no way there's not gonna be like a re-roll or anything like that. So.
Right. Oh yeah, those definitely gonna be.
I would like to see the price so I can like prep in my head of what I want to do, but it's fine. Like we'll work it through. Regardless.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that covers a lot of it. I think we got some good stuff there.
Yeah, I think that's it. Any parting words before we head out and go say hi to Mr. Rowdy?
I feel like just be patient. Don't drop all your training right away. Just be a little bit patient. There's multiple parts of the program. It's gonna get fun.
Trainings of the moon. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. We'll see. 813X put out a good point. You might see training spike tomorrow night during the stream when they start announcing things.
Yeah.
Again, diamond hands, boys. Diamond hands.
Just gotta hold tight.
Hold for a little bit longer and you'll be all right. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Adam and Joe, as always, love having you guys on here and picking your brains and going through all this stuff as we prep and try to stay one step ahead of this market and everybody else so we can get good and rich, quick and easy. We will reconvene next week and do this all again. You guys have a good night. We appreciate the heck out of you.